We're gonna warm up with another intro real quick. All right, all right. Sigma Jones, welcome to the panel. Appreciate you always coming up with your appreciate your input as always. Glad to have you here. How you doing today, Sigma?
Oh, doing pretty good, sir. Definitely was looking forward to this topic coming through. Can't really complain, but anything as far as like with Bleach and the anime philosophies from it, um, yeah, we're gonna have fun today.
Yeah, yeah, definitely gonna have fun. I think that this was a great one to kind of go over, and it's got so many good gems in it, and I couldn't think of anyone better to exemplify exactly what was going on here, other than King David. Hey, guy, yo, what's up, man? If you want the link, just let me know. I thought I emailed you, but if I didn't, let me know. Signal.
Yeah, and that is a good reference to King David because I think if there's any biblical reference, it comes down to having that killer instinct. King David is a prime example of that, and to me, I I'll try to wait till Lawrence come up here because there's a reference I want to give in regards to um, a particular general in World War II, where he talks about having that killer instinct. But while we wait for that, I will say that what I find interesting with King David is the fact that he exemplifies that killer instinct came from within him. You know, being the youngest of his brothers, had to tend to the sheep and everything, and having to deal with a lot of wild animals like lions and bears. You know, he couldn't just chicken out and just be like, hey, I'm a young boy. I can't do this or I can't do that. You know,
Right,
in King David's mind, there's no such thing as excuses. You either come with it or you don't.
right. Agreed. Agreed. And that was the point of it. He as soon as uh what's good, Agon? You there?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you
Hey,
now.
Aegon.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we hear you.
Finally. Yo, StreamYard used to never work on my phone.
Oh, really? Okay, well, it's
Yeah, let
working
me see
now.
something real fast. Let me see if I can turn off my screen and still hear y'all, okay?
Okay.
One second, one second.
But yeah,
Hello?
it's the point. Oh yeah, we're still here. We can hear you.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
Oh,
you coming in
You
oh
coming
clear.
through
perfect,
clear.
perfect. Okay.
All right. But yeah, to point out, as soon as Goliath run to the front to try and demean him, or try and intimidate him to get him to back down, David instinctively charged in at him uh, with his weapon of choice, and he wasted no time, and it went to exactly what Hollow Ichigo was talking about not trying to fight him with reason, but with that instinct to kill, to take down your enemy. Aegon?
Oh, let me listen more into the subject because I really don't watch Bleach like that. But let me
Yeah.
see if I can piggyback on what y'all
Cool.
talking about as y'all get into it.
Okay, cool. Check, I mean, not Sigma Jones, you. Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, like I think we really need to dive deeper into what Hollow Ichigo was trying to tell the real
Yes.
Ichigo, in the fact that look, we both have, as far as the same abilities, the same skill sets and everything. What is the main difference that separates you from me? And by me meaning Hollow Ichigo. He was like instinct. He told Ichigo, you're trying to win battles by logic and reason. And you can't fight an enemy with logic and reason.
Right.
No matter how much a person may try to reason and try to talk themselves out of a situation, there comes a point in time where logic and reason go out the window. And the only
Yes.
thing that's going to determine who wins or who loses is instinct. And the same applies even to sport. I never forget, my pops would tell me when I started playing football in high school, he was like, look, you may not be the best at your position. There's always going to be someone who could do it better than you. But the difference between you and somebody who has talent is how much you're willing to go out there and destroy. And he used the word destroy those mofos.
Yeah.
And when he told me that, that's when I realized that, you know what? When you step out onto the field or step out onto the court or just anywhere, you can't come with your tail between your legs.
Oh no.
You either have that killer instinct or you don't. And I'm just going to be honest. There's a lot of guys that they talk the big talk, but when push comes to shove, when adversity, shows its face at them, they
Yeah,
just turn tail and run.
yeah, yeah. And as Zero points out, when it comes down to it, um, when it comes down to niggas wanting to use the First Testament of the nigga Bible, um, being the art of war, they can't and refuse to seem to want to apply to women.
Sad to
one,
say,
yes,
sad to say, when it comes to niggas, whatever their talking point is, 9 times out of 10, it's always around some sort of female idea. Very rarely will you hear the niggas actually talk about something that's tangible, something that doesn't,
mm,
deal with outside factors like women or other people at that. So
yeah,
he's spot on with that.
yeah, almost definitely. I've learned not to. I've learned not to argue against that. He brings so many great points. Uh, Lawrence Ninja Scroll, welcome to the panel.
Ninja scroll, huh? Okay.
That's
Shalom,
that's
shalom,
old
King.
enough for him to remember. That's old enough for him to remember.
Oh yeah,
Shalom,
indeed.
shalom. Can you
Shalom.
guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir. We
Oh
can
yeah,
just
loud and
fine.
clear.
Going through loud and clear.
Okay. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shalom. I'm sorry, I had an issue with a file I had to take care of. It's like
Hey,
two
we know.
gigabytes, man.
Are you good? We know you be working on these streams. It's all good.
Yeah, all the clicking and clacking on the keyboard, right?
Yep. Yep.
But no, actually this time around I'm not working, which is one of the issues. It's Passover week for me, so
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
everybody knows I don't work. I mean, I can work, I just choose not to.
Right.
Um, but sending me files when you already know this pisses me off, so I had to clarify.
Right.
But before I got too heavy into it, I heard Sigma say something about a general from World War II.
Yes.
Are you talking about MacArthur or Patton?
Actually, I was thinking more on the lines of General Rommel. And
Oh,
as far
Rommel.
as
Interesting.
yes, and as far as his tactics, Rommel actually made the assertion that only those who are brave enough to face death wins the battle, and so that's why this particular topic from Isaac kind of reminded me of what Rommel said.
No, and no, he did speak to that a lot. And didn't he write a didn't he write a book with his assertions on such things?
Yeah, yeah, and the title.
Either a book or somebody got copies of his diaries or something like that.
Yeah, and it escapes me, but I want to say they compiled his diaries into a book, and
Hmm.
it is such profound that even the U.S. military kind of read his diaries to kind of understand as far as his tactical mindset. I mean, you can say what you want about Rommel being on the bad side and everything. He was up there with General MacArthur and other generals during that time frame.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Truth be told, as much as people like to talk about MacArthur and the rest of them, I think, I think Rommel and maybe Bulldog understood that better than anybody else who was in battle. Bulldog Drummond.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
I think the two of them, out of everybody, every general, regardless of what side, understood that better than anybody.
Yeah, yeah. So that just kind of like brings it home for me the fact that I think very few men, especially in today's time, under understand the meaning behind killer instinct. Um, like I was telling Aizen, we really need to dive a little bit deeper on what Hollow Ichigo was trying to tell the real Ichigo, and he was telling him how you're trying to win battles off of logic and reason, and even though logic and reason is fine, you know, majority of the time, but when it comes down to life and death, logic and reason goes out the window. and the only thing that's going to matter is whether you have that killer instinct or not.
Right. Right.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No,
Oh, go
I
ahead. Go
was,
ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say, no, that's absolutely right. I mean, the you can have a logical reason to go into battle, but you have to have an instinct, a desire, or a passion to win a war.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Um, and although there are nuances to how far you're willing to go in the treatment of prisoners of war or non-combatants and et cetera and so on, you can't go into that without having a certain type of I keep saying passion, even though that's not the proper word, but there's an emotional context that you have to have where you have to come to the realization that the things you are going to be required to do does not fall in the concept of logic, because war is not logical to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Wow.
first thing. That's why a lot of men who suddenly decide, in order to move themselves forward in life or business or whatever, pick up Sun Tzu's Art of War and don't even understand what the man is saying in the book.
Mm.
I mean, they'll walk away and they think they got it down to a science, and they'll start applying it in corporate boardrooms and et cetera and so on. And you might get the general gist of it, but the nuances go far deeper than what they could possibly imagine.
Right. Right.
Yep.
And before y'all go again, I just want to say, shout out, thanks to Zero, for the cash app for Horse Kings. And here he is on the panel. Welcome to the panel, Zero.
Oh, what's up?
Wait,
Never mind.
I
Good,
gotta go.
Zero.
I gotta go.
I think Lawrence is saying you bring too much logic and shit to the panel.
What?
We've had this conversation before, man. Brothers like you who come up here. As a matter of fact, that means new is in here hiding somewhere in the clouds. Because y'all two,
Don't
I
worry.
just came to talk about my favorite character in the Bible. That's all.
that's what I'm saying, man.
Uh-oh.
I mean, if you're not coming up here being emotional and passionate about this, there's no point you being here.
I am passionate about David. He's the dude.
He's the dude.
Yes, he
He's the dude.
was the dude, man. He was the dude.
That nigga did everything.
I'm just waiting for the day when I start that. You just tell me to shut the hell up. I'm just waiting for that.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. It's just funny.
Shit, we're just having a banter, man. That was fun.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for you in live action during the stream when I do that one time, and you just in front of everybody like, shut the hell up, you old ass nigga. You don't know shit.
No, shit, that'll never happen.
No, it would be funny. It would be funny.
Yeah.
It would be
David
fun.
David is literally the ultimate character. That nigga was both like saint and sinner.
Yes.
Yeah, he actually was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was, without a doubt.
Yeah, no argument on that.
He was. So did you get to catch any of my, I guess, my introduction
Yeah,
stream
I
before?
hopped in there.
Okay, cool. So what do you have to talk about, bring to the table, pun intended, so to speak, about your favorite biblical character?
Oh no, I was just gonna let the conversation go.
Oh, okay,
kinda
roll.
speak on
Gotcha.
shit. Yeah, because
Gotcha.
I mean, I know his whole everything from start to finish. So I'm just gonna listen in and shit a little bit, maybe talk about it, because that nigga is awesome.
Yeah. And to Evan Duncan's point, yeah, he had probably the most blood on his hands out of every character in the Bible.
Yeah, but he was also like, one of the most righteous at one point in his life.
Yes.
His fucking genealogy. I mean, he's Jesus's ancestor.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Great grandfather or something like that.
Yeah, like something like
somewhere
that,
down
like
the
his
line.
great grandfather. Yeah, so dude was dope. I mean, he was the dude. I mean, David was the dude. I mean, This nigga was he wasn't even born in royalty. First of all, he ascended.
Yes.
You know, this dude went from like being a simple farmhand for his daddy to, you know, I guess joining the ancient Israeli army back
Well,
then.
he was a farmhand for Israel. Period. Too.
Yeah, and then then he grew up. He went to the Israeli army, got his skills up, got good with the sling, fucked up a giant, and cut his head off.
Yeah.
Did a bunch of other, small miracle type things that got him favor with the people and God.
Small. He slayed 2,000 Philistines by himself.
Yeah, this nigga was.
He's amazing. He was great. And wait, no, and it wasn't in that he did miracles that that got in favor with God. He was already in favor with God. He was whenever I forgot what was Samuel. Samuel was the one that was chosen to go pick him to bring him to be the next lineup for king after Saul. He was just it's just that all these miracles and favors he did with God's blessing, and it just gave him more ammunition to be the king.
Yeah,
yeah.
Then he was so cold with the harp that he used to play it or whatever for the I guess the kingship. You want to say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they thought it brought them good luck and because the first king, he lost against the Philistines or Philistines, however you want to pronounce it.
Right.
So they thought that David's music would bring them good luck for whatever reason. I don't know.
Well, not only did his harp bring good luck, his harp even tamed demons.
Yeah,
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Because of the demon taming. Like, so then they brought him into court. Like, okay, if your harp can tame a demon, then you surely can bring us some good luck when we go to war again. Right. So they should bring him. They should bring him in and shit. So, like, this dude, he did everything.
Hey, look, man. It like not bad for the grandson of a foreign widow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if I remember correctly, his grandmother was Ruth, and Ruth was a Moabite who was married to an Israelite, and he died, and all that good stuff, and found another husband after, thanks to her mother-in-law.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, but
then that's when the first king gave him like because he could fight. Of course he could fight. So they put him. They gave him like he was like the captain or whatever, or command, whatever you want to call it. He was like
he was high ranking
commanding officer or some shit. Yeah. So then not only did he make him like the head of the fucking army, he was like, yeah, by the way, you can have my daughter. And then the crazy part is, this nigga not only married the king's daughter, but then he had all the other bitches. This nigga, you want to talk about polygamy?
Yeah.
David had all the hoes. Now check this out. You cannot name one of his sons that did anything great.
Except Solomon.
Yeah. Wait. Wasn't
Solomon was his youngest.
Okay, he was named after his daddy. He's named after his son. You named his son after his grandfather. Wasn't Solomon's David's father's name?
No, gosh, what was David's father's name? Golly, let me go back.
Jesse.
Jesse. Yeah, I was just about to say, Jesse.
Okay. Solomon was. Oh yeah. Solomon did do. Solomon was the shit. Okay, so one out of how many?
Right.
So David was cold as shit. But you want to talk about polygamy? This had all the hoes, all of them. But it wasn't good enough. He saw somebody's wife bathe, because I remember it was one of those chapters where he saw some dude's wife bathing on the roof and was like, shit! Like I gotta have this bitch. He smashed. Not only did he smash, but then he was like, he made the decision after he smashed. He's like, yeah, I gotta get rid of your husband. So he sent the nigga on a suicide mission so he can get
Yeah.
bro.
And here's the thing. I mean, if you want to get into the divine stuff and all that, man, look, it was already known that nobody from the house of Saul was going, no kingship was gonna come through there. No lineage was gonna go through there. Uh, when McCall basically disrespected him and God whenever he was dancing with his basic priest robe on, whenever the ark came back and he celebrated in front of everybody, and she disrespected him and God doing so.
Right.
That right there ended that shit. So,
well, I mean, during his kingship, though, he did achieve greatness. I mean, the dude.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
He unified that area, that whole region, like unified. He basically was like, "You niggas finna bow down or else."
Right.
So, I mean,
but and then you have to think too. Whenever it gets to the point of Bathsheba, man, everybody know during that time, if you are a spoken for woman, you are not supposed to have yourself positioned for no man to see you bathing outside of his window. That shit was. Yeah, hypergamy at its best.
Yeah,
I bet she was twitching, walking down the hallway in his presence.
No, I don't believe that. How was she supposed to know dude creepy ass was looking at her through a window?
Zero.
Zero. He was at the highest point of his palace, looked out onto the city, and lo and behold, woman on the rooftop taking a bath. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
And not only that,
they blaming it on her. They blaming it on her.
Oh, no. Don't get me wrong.
It's not about blaming. It's about understanding the gist of the entire topic, because you have to remember, one of the things the Most High made abundantly clear long before even David in this situation was that we were not supposed to see each other naked anymore. We're not supposed to display each other's nakedness. So for a woman to leave her house, to go to the top of the roof, to bathe purposely where people can see her, maybe not David, but she was looking for somebody.
No. Doggone it. It wasn't.
I don't know about that. Like, cause
come on. Out of all windows, his. I mean, you couldn't put up no curtain. You couldn't put up no towels or nothing. You couldn't put up nothing to cover up no shrubbery to hide it.
And you got to ask yourself, even if we throw all that out the window, here's the most simplistic question of all: why are you naked on your rooftop at night? Why?
That's the perfect time. Nobody can see you. Why are you taking a bath?
They said it was at night.
But why are you not taking a bath in your house?
Hey, look. All I know is this right here. Here's the thing. Look, she been twitching all through his presence. Knew, oh yeah, I got this nigga right here. He want me. This is where I want to be his wife. I want to be the queen. That was it. Hey, look, and here was the thing.
He looked at his other wives and was like, "Them bitches ain't better than me."
Yes. Hey, look, she already knew. Hey, look, and it was set up. Hey, look, who did the bloodline come through? Even though he did some infidelity. I mean, he did. Yeah, he took another dude's wife. It was some adulterous shit. Who the bloodline go through? Her.
That was the Jesus bloodline. Yeah.
It went through her. So it was gonna happen no matter what.
She's the one who had the great son.
Yes.
The affair chick had the great son. That's crazy.
Yes.
Yo. So all right. So when I was in church, I had a preacher who he had like a genealogy of Jesus. I mean, genealogy of Jesus started from God. Nigga, that shit went God, Adam, Cain, because he murdered his brother, so that nigga ain't having no babies. So we keep getting shit. Well, I ain't gonna say
no.
Shit,
Cain had children.
I guess. Yeah,
Cain he was talking about Abel.
Abel was the nigga with the great genes. Like he was the perfect motherfucker.
But they replaced him, remember? Because after Cain killed Abel and Cain was cast out, Adam and Eve had a son, Seth. That was the replacement for Abel.
Seth is on the he's on the genealogy chart too.
Right.
But Cain is before Seth on the genealogy chart because he had a bunch of kids too before he got exiled and after.
That's correct.
Like so we got the niggas with the shit genes throughout history that keep doing fuck shit because they all came from initially because the third nigga on the genealogy chart is Cain.
Right,
They're
but
like,
you got to understand. Okay, because maybe I'm confused on what you're saying because
what I'm saying is we keep getting, so every now and again we keep getting the weaker, and it ain't always got to be physical. We keep getting the fuck shit people.
are
Fuck
you
shit,
are you
I see what
fuck
you're
shit
saying
people
now.
the fuck shit people are the ones that get to reproduce the most. For
so
instance,
so
Abel
okay so
couldn't because he got killed,
right.
and then David. I mean, I can't really say from fuck shit genes, but he ended up having a baby that wasn't supposed to be born, and then that baby ended up becoming the bloodline for Jesus. It's like the, you know what I'm saying? Like the greatness comes out of the fuck shit. But
Yeah, I
how
get
come
you.
why can't the greatness come out of greatness?
Right, right. I get. Okay, I got you now.
I
I
see what you're
got you
saying.
now.
Well, well, here's the
Because
thing. I know
because
this.
mhm.
I know this. When every time if you look, the crown or the bearing of leader always went to the youngest. It never went to the eldest. It always went to the youngest one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could blame. I was
because
gonna
even
say
that.
you could.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Sidney.
I was gonna say you could blame Father Abraham for that. Why it is passed down, the lineage passed down to the youngest rather than the eldest.
Okay, so that's where it
Well,
started. I
actually,
thought it started before that, but I may be
actually,
wrong.
yeah. Well, to me, it started before that. But as far as Abraham's concerned, that wasn't Abraham's issue. He didn't. That's not his fuck shit. Again, it comes back to pussy. That was Sarah. The Most High promised her and Abraham that they would have a son. She couldn't wait patiently, so she told Abraham to go sleep with the maidservant. That's how we got Ishmael.
In other words, he hearkened to the voice of his wife.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So either
Exactly.
way,
Exactly.
Either way, fuck
So
shit. Yeah,
now,
yeah. You're right.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Now, as far as it goes for the authority that comes down to the younger brother, this is where Eisen's right. It goes back before that because if Cain was cast out for killing Abel and Abel's dead, that means all the other bloodlines come from Seth, the youngest. So from Seth you got Enos, from Enos you got Kenan, from Kenan you got Malahal, then you got Jared, then you got Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, and then Noah had three sons, and if I remember correctly, Shem is the youngest, and from Shem
Yes.
is where Abraham and the rest of them come from. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
where Isaac's concerned, yeah, that's the younger ones. The younger line always seems to be the ones who get the best of the
Who get
gig.
the leadership?
Yeah, the
Who get the
leadership.
leadership? Whatever you want to call it, properties, privilege,
Right,
blessing.
right. Because
Okay.
you have to remember before, because David and Bathsheba is how we got Solomon. But before
Right.
David, there was Jesse. Before Jesse was Obed. Obed is from the second marriage of Ruth to Boaz.
It's right. It's right.
Okay.
It's hard to remember all that damn genealogy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
I
Solomon.
know.
but-
I know that.
That's
Yeah.
on me because it's Passover started last week, so I've been
Right.
all in it. So it's fresh in
Okay.
my head right now.
Yeah.
If
And also,
you ask me next week, I won't remember crap.
yeah, I got you.
So-
Hey, it's a lot of information to try to remember, man. And
It is.
Yeah, it is.
when you look at it as well, Solomon was he was the youngest. He was the youngest of Bathsheba and David's kids too,
That is
because
correct.
the oldest one died. God
Absolutely.
pretty much killed
and
the term.
one thing to note, like David, he had two kids that ended up their bloodlines winded and came back. Nathan. Nathan was the one. Nathan's the bloodline of Joseph. Solomon's the bloodline of Mary, and both of them are David's kids. Both of them.
That's
So
right.
like both of his kids ended up birthing the well, I mean Joseph the adoptive father, so who's
Yeah.
But yeah.
and Evan Duncan, yes, Jacob did finesse Esau out of his rights to the familiar power, but long before that was going to happen, Rachel was told that Jacob would be the one who would be ruling anyways, even though Esau was the oldest. So,
Real quick to Evan Duncan. According to the Bible, you were never supposed to have leaders in the first place. That's true. But the people of Israel called out to the Most High and
Yes.
demanded a king. That's how we ended up getting kings.
Yep. Exactly.
So I just wanted to clear that up. Yeah, stiff-necked people. I just wanted to clear that up real quick.
Yes. Correct.
And
Glad you saw that.
And Jacob did finesse Esau out of his possessions, but I wouldn't say finesse. Esau willingly gave it up for a portion of meat. If you're that gullible to give up everything you have,
I thought he gave it up for a bowl of beans.
It was lentils and meat broth and something else inside of it. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but it was predominantly soup. Bottom line.
Yeah.
And he was a skilled hunter. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, he was skilled hunter. He came back from the field, said he was tired, said he was hungry, said he has to eat now. I have to eat now. I mean, come on, man. You back home. You could have walked over to your house real quick and got something to eat. You gave up your possessions for soup.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. And it wasn't like he was out there starving for 14 days. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know.
And young Swift, technically, Jacob had already finessed before Rachel had got involved. She wasn't really needed to even get involved, but she did anyway for the last bit.
Yeah, when she tried. When she brought.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pottage. Yeah. Thank you, Blaze.
David is a test case of how no matter how good you are as a person, that fucking power is gonna get to you.
Yes.
When you read about like the just the number of concubines this nigga had, like it's children that he had that don't get mentioned, but they'll get mentioned in later chapters and they weren't mentioned before.
Yeah.
Like you'll hear about like it'll be like this guy, son of David, like damn another one. And then you just reading through it and shit.
Yeah.
So like that shit don't happen. Like you be in Sunday school, be like, yeah. So Jay, whatever the fuck, son of, because they always go, they'll say the name and then son of whoever, and you're like, damn, another one. Like, yeah, this nigga had bitch. So he was like so great that he got to the point of greatness where you spend so much time. It's just like when somebody gets rich. And then they start forgetting how it is to just not just to struggle, but just like it doesn't have to be struggle. It's just like you get rich and then you just like this disconnect happened between like you and just normal people.
Right.
People that just got jobs,
don't have power, that
don't have that type of money and power. You just get this disconnect, and I think like David is a perfect test case of how when you stay so great for so long. That you just end up going, yes, all of this belongs to me. No, this is how it's supposed to be. What? You guys are having that's not my problem. Yo, let me. Damn, she fine. Let me get that bitch over there. Yeah, but she's married. I don't give a fuck about all that. Let me holler at her real quick. Like, you just get corrupted after a while.
Yes.
It's not even his fault. It's just like, I mean, it's his fault. He's a man. Like you take responsibility for your own actions and stuff like that. But it's just it's a byproduct of fucking humanity where there has to be
someone to check that power.
Yeah, there has to be checks and balances. It doesn't have to be someone. There has to be rules.
It has to be something.
There has to be people around that can enforce the rules outside of his fucking kingship, like his kingship.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Somebody that ain't gonna be a yes man for him.
Enforcers of biblical law have to be present, or else you get the fucking power that runs amok. No matter how great you are, it doesn't matter how great you are.
Well, that was the point of the chief priest, and the chief priest did let him know the things he did wrong, but he kind of, in some occasions he blew it off, and in other occasions he recognized what he did and saw repentance, even though it was too little, too late. So,
they came at him about the affair. They came at him about that,
and he didn't seek repeating.
Exactly, especially when he sent dude off on a fucking suicide mission. You're like, bro, what? Come on.
Well,
the thing. Yeah, you're right. That was wrong.
and see, the thing was about the whole thing with Bathsheba. That was the reason why he was punished so harshly for it, because he didn't seek repentance from it. I mean, if you read in the text, it says it's because God was mad at him because he tried to hide that the fact that he had done wrong before him.
It was crazy too with
not
that.
Not only that, he did it in the worst way. He
true.
Bitch husband, like he thought that everything
that was
would
a part of the
okay.
hiding aspect.
That's what I'm saying. He thought it would be okay if he's like, okay, but if I remove the husband, is cool though, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
now we're not having an affair because this nigga go.
Well, the crazy thing about it too is Nathan even told David, like, look, if you wanted another wife or more women, all you had to do was ask. You didn't have to go out and kill a man over his wife.
Well, that's because he smashed first. Like he smashed first, and he knew that was wrong. But then he thinking like, well, shit. Then his logic got broken. Like fuck your fucking logic. Well, pussy will do that. So his logic.
She was pregnant. She was pregnant and they got scared. That's what happened.
Right.
Yep.
His logic got broke, and then he like, okay, so if I send this nigga off to die, then she's a widow, and then I'm fine, right?
Hey, watch this, Zero.
It's like God watching you the whole time, and you like you got this stupid ass plan in your brain where you like, okay, if I send this nigga off to die, she'll be a widow, and then I won't be able to do anything wrong. The whole time God watching you, you know this, you know you're playing dumb, but you're gonna do it anyway, hoping to get forgive.
Hey, watch this, Zero. And before that, before he sent him out to die, he told her to sleep with him.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, he set it up for that shit to happen too. He was like, "Oh yeah, that ain't finna work. It might not look like him. It might." So that's when he go forward to kill him.
This nigga reverse pimped somebody else's wife.
Yes,
he pimped the nigga wife out to her own husband.
Yep.
This nigga ruthless, bro.
Oh, and to Evan Duncan, King David did not have more wives than King Solomon and concubines. Solomon had 300 wives and 700 concubines.
I mean, Solomon born from fuck shit, so he's gonna.
He's
actually Isaac.
He's a real nigga.
Yeah. But Isaac is reverse. It's 700 wives and 300 concubines.
Oh,
that's correct.
Okay,
and
I thought it was the other way.
Yeah, and on top of that, you also have to keep something in mind as well when it comes to David and Solomon, where David was concerned. And if I'm not correct, please correct me. All his women were Israelite women. Solomon's women were from all over the world.
Where he conquered, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
well,
because
that's because I mean, all right, Solomon's born from fuck shit.
Oh yeah.
First of all, he's born from fuck shit. So he's gonna go even more ham on the fuck shit. You know, not only that, he also was royalty, but unlike his dad, he didn't have to earn it the same way David did.
Agreed.
Yep.
So he's inheriting power. Basically, if you inherit that kind of
and
power,
status.
you don't deserve that power and status that you don't deserve. What first thing you gonna do? You're gonna abuse it.
Well, I think the thing is the key thing with Solomon too is that the only way he abused it was the women, and it even states in there he didn't become a fool until he got old. He had some sense about him, even though his one weakness was them bitches, them hoes.
Yeah.
But he didn't. When he got old is when he finally let him get him. You know, that's when he became a old fuck ass nigga.
Right, and you also have to take in consideration where Solomon is concerned and all those women. There was never anything scripturally of the fact that he couldn't have them. The issue with Solomon is that he let them bring their gods in, and he started worshiping. That was the issue. Not that he had so many.
Yeah, that's right.
It had nothing to do with how
he let them influences.
Right,
he let them influences.
Exactly.
Right, but the will of God has like implicit common sense. Like, yeah, it's not technically illegal for him to have the wives and concubines, but it's like, damn, you do have common sense. I gave you free will. I gave you choice. I gave you a brain. Also, nigga, you do know that there's such a thing as abusing it. Like he went overboard. and to Lawrence's point, that's why they were able to bring their bullshit.
I see what you're saying now, yeah.
Because he abused, and then it was basically like it was a free for all. Anything goes when you start abusing your power.
Right, and you and also take in consideration that even if he did have 300 wives, 700 wives, 300 concubines, etc., and so on, there was a rule in place where the Most High had said himself that he does not want the sons and daughters of Israel to be given to other nations. If you have to find a wife or a husband, it should be within your own people. So he did break that aspect of the rule. But the most important thing above all is that he started to follow what they were teaching with their gods and etc. and so on. Because you have to remember, there are moments when people of another nation are allowed in. Prime example would be Ruth. Ruth was not an Israelite; she was a Moabite, and yet she's the grandmother of David. So that bloodline is allowed in under certain circumstances.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I think the main thing is to Zero's point is the fact that, man, he was so bewitched by the pussy.
Yeah.
That allowing all these in, hey, he was like, yeah, fuck all what I know from before.
Yeah, he's abusing it. Like you get to a certain point, you just again once you start abusing power, it's like anything goes. Because if you're not abusing it, you have some constraints. So let's just say he wasn't abusing it, and he was more like his dad. He's picking and choosing the wives and concubines that he wants, and they're unable to bring their fuck shit in because he's like, no, like he's able to say no. Once you start abusing it, it shows a lack of fucking self-discipline. So you can't say no. If they want to do something, you're just like, oh yeah, go ahead. You don't care. As long as they busting it open, he cool. They can do whatever the fuck they want as long as pussy on deck. And that's part of the problem. Again, like that abuse of power is the issue, because once you start abusing it, anything goes after that. Even you as a ruler have a price at that point. You can be bought. You can be ultimately manipulated really easily. Like, I mean, anybody can be manipulated, but when you start abusing power, it's extraordinarily easy to manipulate you because you have a low price. You have a low price point at that.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you already become corrupted.
Yeah. Corrupt people are easy to manipulate. Just give them what they want because that's why they're abusing their power, because their wants have exceeded their common sense.
Right. Oh man, Stream Team means, man, if he had live streams in to know about the game, boy, he would have been hell.
Actually, to Zero's point, because Zero, you talk about how you looking for the elusive magic mouth midget, something like that. Well,
mouthpiece midget.
Yeah, the mouthpiece midget. King David was the ancient mouthpiece midget.
No, he wasn't. King David was a great man.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. I don't know how King David was a mouthpiece midget. This nigga was like an expert with the sling. He was like one of the best Israeli soldiers. He
and the thing is, he was only looked down upon by his brothers because they were probably bigger and bulkier, while David was more lean, athletic, and they said he was handsome. So it was like, he was he's supposed to be the pretty boy that ain't shit.
Yeah. He was a pretty boy nigga that was in shape. His brothers was some fat big. There was some big fat niggas.
I wouldn't say fat. They was probably bulky though.
Yeah.
It's probably bulky. Probably bulky.
Right. Sitting on people. That was their special move. Sitting on
and the weather. I wish there was some real Israelite women left from King David time. Today they are extinct now. Them bitches was on fuck shit too, Wagner. Women have always been on fuck shit since the beginning of the time.
Them bitches probably worse because they know men's nature even more intimately than the ones now. The bitches nowadays don't even know us.
Yes.
The ones back then knew us intimately. You don't want no problems with them hoes. You do not want, bro. You do not want problems with an ancient Israeli chick that like they spend their life manipulating niggas. Like these are the bitches that bring down kings, bro. You don't want no problems with the bitches.
Yes. Brought down all kind of motherfucking dudes.
You don't want no problem. Nigga, you think Keisha bad?
She's the ultimate Keisha, huh?
Listen to what Lawrence was saying about old girl. This bitch was bathing on her roof because she knew he could see her from the like he knew she could see her. Not only that, she scoped out the concubines and his wife was like, "Oh, I'm better than these hoes."
Yes.
and
then knew that he wanted her too.
Yeah, and let's not forget Solomon. The Queen of Sheba sought him out.
Yeah, she's
to get all that information and knowledge. Yes.
Yeah. She sought him out. That's what I'm saying.
They said she left with a child.
Yes. Then you got her pregnant. Yes, sir.
Left with a child, and to this day in Ethiopia, they still have quote unquote an uncontinued line of children current day who can trace their ancestry all the way back to that.
Yeah, bro. You want to read about some super Keisha? Just pick the Bible up.
Yeah. Hey, look. You got
one thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was going to say, if there's one material that is truly black pill, it's the Bible. Like, you can't get more black pill than the Bible.
I go you one better. That entire line if you want to be serious, started with Abraham as red pill and ended with the Messiah as black pill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because Abraham was into the red pill. I mean, the dude turns his wife over to Pharaoh just to get up out of Dodge. He was on his purpose. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
You know
yeah,
what I'm
cause
saying? And then
yeah,
and then
cause
and then where Yahushua, or Jesus as everybody calls him, he got Mary Magdalene. He's got his mama the whole 9 yards. Yo, I ain't got no time for that. Like
what?
that time the mother came to him about the wedding and there's no fish or bread. He's like, yo, woman, what do I have to do with you? I'm sorry, I mean, come on, yo.
Wait, now
Like,
forget that. Forget that one, Lawrence. The one where the chick that was a hoe that done had many men coming to the well while they want to talk to him, and he
that was,
called her for what she was. He basically
Yeah,
called her
I
a
was doing the
hoe.
whole thing. Like, woman,
mhm,
you been with 7 men, and the one you with now ain't even yours.
Yes,
mhm,
yes.
mhm. That's what I'm saying. That whole line, starting with Abraham, started off red pill and concluded with Jesus as a black pill, straight up
Right.
and down.
Yeah,
Right. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, to give Solomon some credit, I mean, he was so okay. So the only way David could get those to you, the only way David could unify like Israel into one big nation was two ways. He had to fight. First of all, they had to have a war because you got to kill off motherfuckers,
multiple battles.
multiple
Yep.
battles. And the second one was he had to
Bring the Ark of
that's
the
why he
Covenant.
has so many. Well, the reason why he has so many wives because he
Oh,
had to marry. He had to marry like the women of each place that he conquered.
yeah, he did do
Like
that.
because back in the day, that's how it went. Like I mean, if you kill the fucking leader of the place that you at and you trying to bring them into the fold, then that was part of the rules, which is why he had. But even then, David didn't abuse it. He just did it when it was necessary. His son was like, my dad had a bunch of bitches. I'm doing the same thing. That's where he fucked up at. Now he was doing what his dad was doing at first, because he did continue the tradition of trying to expand Israel and shit. You know, they all try to get more land, more
Right, built the
land, more
temple and
land.
everything for the
Yeah,
Ark. Yeah,
and for the most part, he was copying his father's deal. But just like most things over time, they get bastardized, and his sons really didn't. His son bastardized what he was doing. He took his dad, taking wives and concubines as more of a treat than a necessity. Like David was. I mean, of course, he's getting a treat out of it, but David's doing it more out of I have to do this, even though women are spoils of war. It's like I have to do this, but his son was like, huh. And that's why, and I don't know. It seemed to me that's why he has so many of them because he bastardized what his dad was doing. Like he
he
took,
was obsessed with. He was obsessed
yeah,
with them. Why they were a treat for
yeah,
David, but he was obsessed with collecting
yeah.
bitches.
But David was doing it because again he had to unify a nation. His son just saw the hoes and was like, "Oh, my dad got a bunch of hoes." He's like, "No, son, I'm doing it for this reason." Right, but you still got a bunch of hoes. Like
Yeah,
he probably trying to beat it into his brain. No, son. This is why I'm doing it. This is what we do it for. This is how it works. This is the power
Right.
structure, the power game, blah, blah, blah. You're like,
yeah. Fuck all this shit.
right, Dad, you're right. But still, you
Yeah.
got a bunch of hoes.
Yeah.
So he just
Yeah,
went
fuck that shit.
overboard.
I just want a bunch of hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because David's perception is that okay, I have to take this tribal leader's daughter because it makes for a good partnership, and we need this section. The classic reasons why you would
Yeah, classic
you
reason.
And,
yeah.
and not only that, too, you have to think a bunch of them came too, because he also gained the house of Saul. He gained everything that was Saul's. So all of his wives too, everything came with that as well. So there came another bunch of wives that he got too.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Okay, okay. Yeah, Songs of Solomon. Yeah, I have that.
Yes.
I have that. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Sheba put it so bad on Solomon. He wrote a Songs of Solomon. It's collected as in a book, biblical.
Yeah.
Right. Love. They're
Well,
love letters, man.
wait. So he gave her the Marvin Gaye treatment.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep,
Wow.
he did.
Marvin Gaye.
Because y'all remember Marvin Gaye wrote a whole album about Janice, Nonia's dad. I mean Nonia's mom.
Damn.
Yeah. That whole album would still be soon I'll be loving you.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Dance with
Gotcha.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole album was from his relationship with Nona Gaye's mom.
Yeah, like when
and it was one of his greatest albums ever made.
Gotcha. Pretty much, yeah. That was pretty much it. Like Robin Thicke did with Paula Patton, trying to get her back. So yeah, pretty much the same thing.
What fuck? I'm trying to think of the name of the fucking. Let's Get It On or I Want You. I forget which one. Because it wasn't.
I think.
Man.
Well,
it's either Let's Get It On or I Want You. It's one of the two.
You talking? What you talking about? His greatest album ever?
The one that he wrote that was like the biggest album he had was either Let's Get It On or I Want You, and that album was literally written about and for Nona Gaye's mom.
Yeah, Let's Get It
WAP on his ass.
Yeah, Let's Get It On. That would be his greatest.
That was
song.
the one.
That would if you're talking about it was his greatest album, and that's it.
If that's the one with where it was like dreamed of you this morning, then came that one.
Give me a second. I'm trying to look up the discography, see if that's on there.
Hey,
but it was his. I know. It was like his 12th. It wasn't his first. It wasn't one of his first albums, but it's his most successful album. I know that.
His most successful album. It probably wasn't the most critically acclaimed, but the most successful, commercially successful album he ever had was either Let's Get It On or I Want You, and that album, whichever one it is, was dedicated to Nona Gaye's mom.
Okay. I got the
WAP on his ass.
Now I got the track list in front of me. What song are you looking for? But it looks like it. Let me read the track to you. Like the side one was Let's Get It On. Please Don't Stay Once You Go Away. If I Should Die Tonight. Keep Getting It On. Then side two is Come Get to This. Distant Lover. You Sure Love to Bail. And
I think it's a different one.
Just to keep you satisfied.
The other album.
It's from the I Want You album.
Okay, so it's not. So Just to Keep You Satisfied is not it.
No, it's from the other album. Man.
And what was the other album again? I'm sorry.
I Want You.
I Want You. Let me see if I can find.
That's the one. That's the one where that whole album was Nona Gaye's mother's album. That nigga was like bum struck by her. Like she put the WAP on his ass and it was a rap.
Okay. All right. So the I Want You album was the next one right after Let's Get It On. Let's see. Track listing. Okay. I Want You.
Okay.
Come Live With Me, Angel.
Yep, that's it.
You can tell her.
That's
you can tell her, boy. Yeah, that's it. The title's telling you, boy.
Keep reading the titles. Use it like that. Boy, she put WAP on that nigga. It was over.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Songs of Solomon had 8 chapters in it. Zero.
Yeah, that's the modern day Songs of Solomon. She put that fucking fall in on that nigga.
Yes, Song of Solomon had 8 chapters because of Queen of Sheba. 8 chapters, baby.
Sheba had that fucking. Sheba had that flame. that nigga was like, oh.
They're wet.
What dost thou want? What dost thou need?
No, hey, you talked about it. Lawrence. But hey, look, he got a new name, Shaka Nulu.
I'm sorry. I was
no, you wild, Shaka Nulu. Oh, this shit got me dying laughing. Oh man.
I done talked him up. Okay. Oh man.
Songs of Sheba. That's crazy. I gotta go read that shit now.
Yeah.
Songs of Solomon.
Yeah, Songs of Solomon.
Yes, it's 8 chapters. It's 8 chapters. It's
it's 8 chapters. And
it's in between Ecclesiastes and Isaiah.
Nigga got flamed up.
And legend has it, Zero. The Songs of Solomon also has some incantations because Solomon was so struck.
Yes.
Of course they do.
Dang.
Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, this man delved into magic to put a spell in that entire chapter.
Well, don't forget he was already dealing with demons prior to that. Don't
Oh,
forget,
man.
if you remember that ring he had that he used to bind them and control them.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you worry about these bitches, what? Hey, that's why he was praying for wisdom and knowledge how to
Hey,
how to
that
whip
nigga
these
was in the room.
bitches in line.
That nigga was in the room on his knees, like, please help me. Like, can you get me from under this bed?
Hey, I need all power to be able to whip these bitches.
She come in like, are you praying again? Yeah, yes. You don't need to pray.
Yeah, Blade Solomon. That was that old black magic.
And that's why I said you want to see some fucking super Keishas, nigga. You open that Bible up, it changed your whole perspective.
Yeah, them bras back then was Keisha like a mother, boy.
Well, look at Jacob with Rebecca and her sister.
Yeah, it was Rebecca. Yeah.
You know,
Hey, she stole.
Oh
she
yeah, that's the
Well,
one where.
Yeah,
no,
not Rebecca.
thought- wait,
It was Rachel and Leah.
Problems.
Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Rachel and Leah.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Because one of them was having fertility problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the
Rachel.
oldest one.
Rachel was.
That was the
That was the
oldest
dude.
one.
That was the dude that had to work like 14 years just to get the chick because old boy forced his ass. He's like,
Yes.
no, you gonna be my oldest ugly. You gonna be my oldest ugly daughter. You gonna fuck
Right.
her. Ah!
Hey, look.
And then made him work another 14 to get the other one.
To get the young one, yeah.
Hey, and then
And
Rachel
then-
was so pissed, she went and took her daddy's religious totem out the house. She stole it before
Yeah.
shit. Hey,
And then- And then as punishment for what Rachel did, Leah got pregnant 7 times before Rachel finally had their first child.
Yep.
Right.
And she rubbed it. And she rubbed it in her face.
She rubbed it in. Yes.
Yes.
She rubbed it in. It's like,
But as soon as Rachel had that fucking because I think Rachel had to have a surrogate at first because he couldn't get her like she was barren or whatever, and then lo and behold she got pregnant. When she got pregnant, I bet that bitch lost her motherfucking mind, bro. I bet Rebecca lost her fucking mind because he instantly favored that baby. Like it's in the text where he like instantly favored that baby. He was like, "Yep, this is the baby that I wanted with her, not you." And that bitch lost her mind because she got pregnant so many times and rubbed it in her face.
Yeah.
But the way he instantly took to that child, because that's the one I always wanted, is coming full circle from the same way Abraham did with Isaac and Ishmael.
Right.
Yeah.
Bible petty as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's why-
some petty ass shit, bro.
That's
And
why
it
I
was
said
all
the Bible-
because it was all
go
because
ahead,
she took the totem. She took that totem of wealth of another god. You, so you already fucking up right there because you ain't supposed to have no other gods before the gods you married into. You.
Yep.
Yo, but that's some crazy ass shit though because. So you got a guy up there playing games with this shit, right? Like
Oh
so
yeah, entertainment.
Makes the bitch barren. You know, she can't have babies. This nigga, you know, the first wife just, you know, she just going ham with the pettiness. Like, yeah, bitch, that's why you can't have no kids. And then so she's like, okay, well, how about I just have you? How about you know we just get a surrogate? You have sex with her, but it's my baby. And then he go, oh, okay, cool. He's still
Abraham.
Yeah,
Yeah, he talking about Abraham.
No, Jacob, wasn't it?
no, it was
No,
for
he talking about
Jacob.
Abraham.
Yeah.
It was
But no,
Abraham.
Jacob
Did the same thing.
when Rachel was barren,
Rachel and
she-
Rebecca, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
when
okay.
Rachel was barren, she gave Bila her surrogate to Jacob. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
And
that's
then
right,
when
she did.
when she did that, the first wife did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then later, the young one got pregnant, and that's this guy up there fucking around. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let it happen and see what happens. He just wanted to see the drama unfold. That nigga had his own personal version of the manosphere. He's just watching shit unfold. So he up there, he go boom. Okay, now I'm gonna let her get pregnant. So then she get pregnant, and then that baby became the fucking focal point of that nigga life. And I think she had like 1 or 2 more after that. Like she didn't need the surrogate no more. But when she started having kids, that nigga was like, yes. And then the first wife, the first wife was going on all the old ass, you know, ancient talk shows, mad as shit. and was mad at Jacob for doing the shit. And Maury was like, why are you treating your wife like this? And then Iyanla came out trying to fix their life. And Jacob was like, no, because I didn't want that bitch in the first place. I had to work 7 years, and she wasn't even what I wanted. I wanted this one. I had to work double time. So, of course, I'm going to feel more, towards the baby. And then Iyanla was like, all right, I can't fix this. So then Rebecca just got petty as shit. And then I think one of them stole something out of their daddy house because they was pissed.
Rachel.
Rachel. Okay, Rachel did it. And then that bitch got exiled. And he did something to, like, help her.
Well, actually, Jacob didn't know.
Did he leave? Did he leave with her, or did he do something to get her out of trouble?
And he didn't know. The thing was, his uncle Laban came to him because he thought he stole that totem, but he didn't have it. Rachel had it, so he didn't even think to go to Rachel.
Yeah. And then Jacob, assuming that Leah, his first wife, was the one that stole it, he then put a curse saying, "Whoever stole those gods, let them die on the spot." Not realizing he just cursed Rachel.
He fucked his
own
wife,
because he didn't think nobody stole it.
Yeah, the one that he wanted. He fucked up the one he wanted.
Because he didn't know she took it. Yes.
Yo, God petty as shit. He up there watching all this shit like, these niggas
Nigga-tainment.
Yeah, he's getting all the fucking entertainment, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably looking over at Gabriel and Michael and like, yo, I need some popcorn, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I give these motherfuckers free will and look what they do with it.
Then if you want to get more petty, then his sons from his first wife, they're the true bastards because, he doesn't recognize them. He only recognized the sons from Rachel, and he's, propping up Joseph and giving him all the good things and everything, yada, 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 not realizing that your other boys over here, the bastards, they don't have anything.
Right.
So they're gonna get jealous and want to kill your son.
Yeah. Yeah. What if it was like a lesson for the angels and shit? Is it like I give these motherfuckers free will and choice and look what they do with it? You sure you want to be like them? And the angels like, so your brother dumb as fuck, right? Yeah. He dumb. But Satan was like, I want free will and choice. Like, bro, you don't.
Now, see, Zero. I've always looked at it more like, okay, the new baby got brought home syndrome when he made Adam. Yeah. Lucifer, he was the youngest. He was the baby. All the favorite shit. And then whenever Adam came in, it's like, yeah, fuck that nigga. Now I got this baby over here to worry about. Right. So he get that. He get that mad middle child syndrome.
He did the same shit. God did the same shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same story on repeat. Like Abraham did it, God did it, fucking Jacob did it, same shit. Like, oh no, this what I really want to do. Like you niggas the 1.0 version. I got this better version right here called human. And the angel's like, what the fuck? But then he like, you gave them free will and free choice. Like, yeah, I did. Like, so I'm gonna watch how this shit play out. And then Satan gets so pissed off, he just loses his spot. And then when the fuck shit keep happening, he pointing at him like, oh, you. And then look at the angels, look at his angel kids, and go, y'all sure y'all want free will and free choice? You sure? Look at these motherfuckers. Look at them. Look what they doing with it. You sure you want it?
well,
and that shit like, no, we good.
But see, here's the funny part about that, because the angels do have free will. That's how we got to the beginning of Genesis with the Watchers, who came down because what? Pussy.
Right.
And that's how we got giants.
Exactly. or by their actual name, the Grigori. But yeah, it's the same thing. They had free will. He set up a whole bunch of them to watch over the planet, yada yada. They checking out pussy left and right. They get interested in it, and then they come down and they take pussy as theirs. Then they start teaching them. Then they start teaching them everything from metallurgy to reading the stars to magic and all this other stuff. Like you said, pussy's undefeated since day one. Right. Since day one, pussy is undefeated.
I wonder if that was on purpose too, just to watch fuck shit.
Well, I mean, it's like Gabriel, like, yo, Most High, like, we got a desert situation going on in Syria. It needs some rain. And he's like, do you not see me with my popcorn? The new season of Fuckery Inc. The new season of Fuckery Inc. is about to start. I told you I don't want to be disturbed.
Hey, Candace Lupus got the best one. I think he said, God watching like this season of Earth Dwellers is lit.
Hey man, you probably watched season 2020. It's like that was like one of them lull seasons and shit because nothing really happened. Like motherfuckers indoors. Like 2021 started off great though. came through the door with the 2.0 and niggas like fuck it, we're doing this. There's like everything falling apart all over the world. He's sitting up there like, okay, this is what I wanted to see.
Yeah, the only thing
last year was a setup. last year was that was the setup season, getting all the foundational beats and shit going. Like so the season 2021 could be like lit as fuck. So now we here.
Hey, 2020 it was all about niggas and bitches getting frustrated with each other whenever they got a family and having to be stuck up in there, and then single baby mamas getting frustrated because they actually got to watch their kids and shit now.
Well, introduce some new characters and then develop those characters like WAP and shit like that. So and now we got this.
Yeah, it was fuckery light last year.
Yeah. Hey, useless familiar, man. It's Lawrence, man. I just put Ninja Scroll up there for the day. I'm sorry. It's Lawrence, man. I just put Ninja Scroll up there for the day. And thank you, by the way.
And because we're talking about Kangs and shit.
With my popcorn.
Yeah. That shit's great. Yeah, fix my drink. Yeah. I got my popcorn. I need something to drink. Fix me a drink.
You know what I'm saying? I'll make it rain in Syria later, man. Right now, they get into the good part, man. Don't disturb me, yo.
Yeah. It'll be all right.
The stabbing needs to start first. Well, I was thinking about that whole Rwanda, the Rwandan war and shit. When the
dark versus light folks.
Yeah, the dark skin versus light skin niggas. When the Hutu chicks started leaving because they wanted light skin babies. And the Hutus blamed the Tutsi men. And the Tutsi men had nothing to do with it. They just were, genetically favored among the women. So, they were like, well, we're going over here. And they're like, okay, well, how? And Hutus had like their logic went off. Their logic turned off. They're like, how do we rectify this problem? Well, we got to kill them. Like these niggas came to the consensus of like, how do we fix this? Do we go over there and like kind of negotiate? Do we basically institute some laws to just keep the bitches from leaving? No. We just gotta go kill them, and then problem solved. And and guys they're like, oh yeah, this finna get good. And then these niggas just get into a big ass fight over pussy. Then again, he turns to the angels and goes, so y'all like this shit? This y'all want to do? Is this the role y'all want to play? Like y'all want to go down and do all that? Angel's like, nah, we good. We straight. We'll chill up here, man. We can do all that.
Look, man, it's. You just can't find words sometimes.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine him watching David and shit? And he said, because again, in order for the TV show to work, in order for God to watch it and have it like work for him, the free will and free choice has to be a part of it. So he up there like, okay, I mean, you see, I did this episode crazy. Like, old girl taking a bath on the roof and got like, oh shit. And then David go to the window. He like, nah, he ain't finna do it. Is he?
Hey, no. He making bets. He's like, hey, look, hey, free milk and honey for y'all if he don't fuck her.
David heart rate go up. He's like, oh shit, this nigga finna go. Nope. Okay, he ain't finna do it. He finna do it. Then he start changing clothes. He's like, I ain't finna go down there. I knew it.
Yeah. Like, where my milk and cookies?
That's some fucked up shit, man. You sitting up there watching this shit unfold. Like, this nigga like, oh man, she taking a bath on the roof. Wow.
and then you got the prophets coming to God like, well, God, what should I tell David since he sinned? Oh, did he? I'll just tell him his firstborn will die, and then we'll just continue with his second born.
Right.
Yeah, and then, hey, look, we'll have y'all throw it back up in his face every time some fuck shit come that that he's supposed to settle, and we'll make it remember where he fucked up and all that shit.
Yo, them punishments was harsh as shit, and still they would do it. Like, still they would do engagement. Like a lot of the biblical punishments were like psyche breaking.
Oh yeah,
Without
a doubt. I mean, you gotta think that shit that Job went through. No, was it Job?
But it's psyche, like it's some shit that would break the normal man's psyche, especially in our modern times. But these niggas was still engaging in fuck shit, even though like those punishments were so severe.
Well, I mean, you gotta think too. I mean, with Job, when God was like, "Oh yeah, you just go ahead and test him. Only thing you can't do to him is just kill him." I mean, that's like, you talk about psyche breaking, boy.
Yeah, because out of all the stories in the book, man, Job was the only one who didn't do nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
He was just minding his business.
He's a bystander.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, Lucifer was like, "Oh no, I don't like this nigga right here. This nigga can't. He got it too good. We can't have this shit right here, Lord. We can't do this.
Right. You're not finna get through life unscathed."
Exactly, Candace Lupus. That's what I tell people all the time. Job went through all that over a bet.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Hey, what was it? It made me think about, was it trade places?
That's exactly what it was. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. It was a bet.
He lost damn near everything.
Everything.
He lost everything but his life.
Skin started falling off and whatnot. And his wife like, look, just curse God and die.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit was too funny.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Innocent bystander.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that from? Wait, what's that from Useless Familia? How do you feel about those two she-bears that killed 42 children for teasing a
prophet? I'm trying to remember.
That was I want to say Elijah, but I might be wrong. But yeah, the kids were teasing him because he was balding or something like that or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he cursed she-bears on him, and they killed all the kids.
Yeah. Hey, just go to show them kids be on fuck shit too. Yeah, kids ruthless, man.
And that's why I said I would have no mercy when they look. They can scream all they want to. I got nothing for you.
And this is why I said God himself was a eugenist. Numerous cases in the Bible.
Oh, without doubt.
God was like, you know what? There's some bad genetics. I need to clean this up a bit. Even though I like watching the debauchery, but I need to clean this up a bit.
Hey, Sodom and Gomorrah was so bad.
It'll get too predictable. Okay, if you let too much fuck shit genes like run the population, then the show gonna be too predictable. Like you already know what's gonna happen, and then that's not fun to watch. So you gotta clean up the gene pool. Like you need some unpredictability in there. You need, like, if you're gonna give people free will and free choice, then you need some unpredictability, because you gotta clean up the gene pool and get some fucking smart people in there. Otherwise, it's gonna be too predictable. You already know what everybody gonna do. Okay, he a fuckhead snake. Okay, he's a snake. He's a dickhead. He's an asshole. Like you know, all of these people gonna be on the same shit. And you like,
right.
It's boring.
Ain't nothing to change it up here. That's why he had to wipe out Sodom and Gomorrah.
You see a nigga in the alley. You see a nigga on the side of a building getting ready to stab this nigga in the stomach. You're like, okay, he's about to ambush him. Yep, I figured. Yep, there it goes. Stab to the gut. Yep, figured. Oh, okay, he on his way home with the good. Oh, okay, he finna get fucked up. Yep, stabbed him too. Yep, figured.
Yep, we need a new cast.
Staking each other. It's too easy. Everybody's staking each other.
Yeah, and whenever he got bored, or whenever it wasn't exactly the way he wanted, he started over.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Adam and Eve was the first example. That didn't work out, so he took their descendants, which was Noah and his sons, 3 sons. So you got 3 chances, 1 in 3. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when that didn't work, a couple of generations down the line, he took Abraham and removed him completely from all the fuckery, And so much so that his nephew Lot decided to follow along with him. You feel,
Right.
you feel what I'm saying? So,
And the other thing,
and even with that, Lot got caught up in fuckery because that's how the Moabite people were created. Because after Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, and his wife turned around and looked back, got turned to salt, him and his daughters hid in a cave. And while he got drunk or whatever it was, they raped him.
yeah.
And they had sons by him. And those are the Moabites. That's where the Moabites come from. It says right there in scripture. So,
And I just wanted to point out too, while we are on this, the Bible is a lineage book. It is basically on the lineage of Adam.
Yeah, and it's a super Keisha manual. I mean, think
Yeah,
about what Lawrence just
Well,
said.
super fuck
Like,
nigga, how to handle
this
fuck
nigga-
niggas too.
These motherfuckers trying to survive in the cave, and first thing his daughters do is rape him in the cave, bro. Like,
yeah, they started to whisper to each other, talking about we're the last people on earth. Nobody else could have survived. Well, we must have children to so we can know what it's like to be mothers and to propagate the race. And they waited till he was drunk or whatever, and then they raped him. Yeah,
you had one of the girls. It used to be a stepdaughter, one of Jacob's, that he had promised a child or something like that to one of the kids. One of his son had died or something like that. So she disguised herself and raped. Oh no, it wasn't Jacob. It was, who was it?
No, it was Judah. Yeah, because Judah had a daughter-in-law who was married to the first son. He ended up dying. Then he gave her over to his second son.
You're talking about Judah and Tamar.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, got you.
The second son couldn't get her pregnant. Second son couldn't get her pregnant. He ends up dying, and so he was hesitant to give her his third and final son. So she tricked him. She tricked him into getting pregnant.
Yes. Yes. Lay disguised herself and then laid with him. He didn't know who it was. Yeah. And then he ended up having to give her all kind of shit too, because she took some of his. It was like it was some type of scarf or something. I forgot what it was. Yeah.
And what's crazy, the lineage continues with Judah because of that.
Yes.
Yeah, because after Judah and Tamar, I think it was Perez. Yeah, I think it was Perez. Yeah, I think it was Perez. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. She got him drunk too. That's right. She did get him drunk. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like Lot and his daughters, and you know what I'm saying. Just like Delilah with Samson. You know,
they pulled the fucking Bill Cosby way back in the day, but we don't see nobody talking about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Damn Delilah and Samson. What happened with Samson was, it even said in her, she knew the nigga loved her. It was done then. She knew it, and she knew she could run that game. Hey, she ran it on him, and he did whatever. He let her cut her. He told her. She cut his hair. The nigga couldn't even get. This nigga could fight his way out of a wet paper sack after that. It was done.
Well, it took a couple of times, because you remember. Yeah. She kept trying to get him to tell her what it is, and he would lie to her.
Yeah.
And I think it took like three or four times before he finally told her the truth. Then she got him drunk.
I love you. You know I love you, right?
Yeah. She got him drunk. He fell asleep on her lap, and then she signaled for men to come in, and they started cutting his hair. Yeah. Tell you, man. Tell you, man.
Them hoes was vicious, boy.
Mm-hmm. and don't forget, there's still more. There's Jezebel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, it's busy.
Jezebel. Oh, now check this out.
Ahab. Yeah, Ahab went down.
Ahab was over here sad because there was a garden, I guess, amongst the Israelites that he wanted, but he can't take it because somebody occupied the space. Jezebel was like, "Oh, my husband, you want that spot?" She goes behind the scene, pays to pay a hit on the guy who's living on the spot, kills him off, comes back and says, "Hey, honey, guess what? Nobody occupied that spot anymore, so you can take it."
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, Ahab's problem is he fell in the same category as Solomon? Because you have to remember, Ahab was an Israelite king, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he married a foreign woman, and he started picking up her people's gods, which was Baal. And then he started praying to Baal and all that good stuff, and then he started picking up all the stuff you're talking about, and so on and so forth. So yeah.
Right. And why would he pray to Baal?
It's interesting. It's interesting because from a purely historical perspective, there is references to Israelites praying to Baal.
Well,
however, I believe they had associated the name Baal with something else other than what Mesopotamians and everybody else were using it for, or Philistines.
Well, I was joking around because the thing is, it's just like the same reason why you see niggas who have backpacks with their little fucking pocket dogs in them, walking with their wives who smell flowers everywhere they go and believe in some fucking crazy ass religion that they just made up the day before called yoga fusion, like that type of shit. That's why he was praying the Baal, because she wanted him to. It was her shit. And it's the same thing where you see these niggas conforming to whatever it is they bitch do, like the dude I was talking about that I was hooping with. And I see this nigga like 2 years later, and all of a sudden he's a goth, wearing fucking Taliban chic clothing with holes all over him, and these niggas look like they haven't showered in weeks. Like that's why he was praying the Baal, because
we want to keep the peace at home.
We want to keep the WAP.
We'll keep the WAP and we'll keep the peace at home.
Right.
But that's why I made the comparison to him with Solomon, because like I said, Solomon did the same thing. Had all those women, and then he started picking up their nonsense and etc. and so on. And it could be for a variety of reasons. It could be because he actually started to believe in it. It could be because he tried to keep peace in the house. Because I mean, I got to be honest, 1,000 women coming at you is some annoying shit. We can barely do one. So I can only imagine what his house was like.
This nigga, me and my son saw today. It was a dude with a backpack on. That it wasn't even a backpack. It was a doggy carrier. It was a dog carrier like backpack. It was a fucking dog pack with a pocket dog in there, like them dogs that you can't even go on walks with the motherfuckers because
a little bit
they're not even supposed to exist. And he got his little fucking wife who's wearing like those fake spiritual bitches like that. That's why. Because he's conformed. Like when you see a nigga with a dog backpack on with a tiny dog in there, it's over.
Yep.
Right there, that the WAP is in control, and it's a wrap for this nigga. This nigga is getting swimming lessons at night, and no one's gonna be able to help him.
Hey, it was like you said at one time when you go to the store and you see the chick that's got 100% of a nigga's soul, and then she'll see the one that's got 60%. Wait, hold on. Let me tell you how to get all this nigga's soul.
Right. that nigga still got like light left in his eyes and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fucked
Crazy,
up, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how it goes.
Jezebel she wasn't like the worst bitch ever. I mean, shit, Delilah did worse than her.
Yeah.
Jezebel was she believed in what she believed in, and she wasn't having it.
Well, Delilah was traitorous. I would call Jezebel drunk with power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would make the argument Eve is probably the worser. And the reason why I put Eve, the Bible wouldn't existed if Eve didn't do what she did.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. I would have like, yo, Most High, man, I don't know what the fuck she doing, but yo, burn that bitch, make me a new one.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was the worst just because of the simple fact of she wanted sin.
Are you laughing at me, Zero?
Before, that's something like, yeah, I want this fucked up shit. Let's do it. I'm gonna eat this motherfucker. I'm gonna eat this fruit.
If it wasn't her, it'd been another one.
Yeah, it would have. I agree.
He said, "Burn this bitch, make me a new one."
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I think I would have been like, I'll kill her myself. You want me to kill her? I'll take it.
Well, I mean,
a younger, fresher one would have even had more control.
Yeah, but see, even if you read other texts, if you read other texts, you'll come to find out Eve wasn't even the first one; she was the third.
Yeah,
So
that's the whole point.
So
it was going to eventually happen.
So if you did it three times, you could do it one more.
Okay, so she was the younger, fresher one. It was
yes,
Well, like I said, depending on what text you read, because you got to remember, the first one, Adam was awake, and he watched her being made, and it disgusted him. He couldn't touch her.
I thought she was the second one. I thought Lilith was the first one.
I'm sorry. Yeah, she was the second one. I'm sorry. Yeah, and she was sent out. Lilith was the first one because Lilith tried to dominate him sexually and every other way. So she was cast out.
Gotta go, yeah.
And she was masculine, Nisha.
Yeah, she was the first one. And when Lilith was kicked out of the garden, that's when she ran into the Grigori and the offspring of all of them. That's why she's known as the mother of demons. And then the second one, again, Adam saw her being made, etc. and so on. It freaked him out. He wouldn't touch her. She got cast out. Then the second one, the Most High put a sleep on him, made him pass out in the field, took his rib, and made Eve. So she is the younger, fresher one. Yes.
Yeah, the second one is the mother of feminism. That's the bitch that couldn't get to do what she wanted because so when she got made, he was like, nope, I want this bitch. He didn't even touch her, so she had to go. So she's the mother of all this bullshit.
Well, what's fascinating is that in those old texts, she's the only one that wasn't given a name.
Of course, that's the bitch that keeps fucking everything up. Nobody can
well, her and Lilith working together.
Yeah, they probably is working together.
Mm-hmm.
Then they recruit Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But then, but it was once they got kicked out where Adam finally kind of got his he got rid of his bitch body. I know it was like I would love to have been a fly on the wall for that conversation. Well, I think we ought to do this. He'd be like,
it was more to that. If he watched the second one get made and he's like, fuck that. And then for the third one, he probably was like, okay, he just put in a request. He was at McDonald's. I want her to look like this. I want this. I want this. I want this. And then Eve came down. He's like, woo!
he did the platinum yeah.
But then when Eve got made, that bitch got everything she wanted. That bitch was like candy. That nigga was like, ooh.
The unicorn.
Yeah.
That's why she got
away.
Yep. And that's why when she ate the fruit, because scripture says Adam was not deceived. So he knew she done wrong. But he was like, I can't turn her away. She's perfect.
Yeah. But not only and she put that you really gonna let me die alone like that? You gonna be here alone by yourself? I thought you loved me. You can't be here without me. You know how you feel.
Right. Adam used to watch
if you don't bite this shit right now, there's no coochie.
Yeah, right. and you ain't gonna get no more of this right here either.
Yeah. And that's because Adam used to watch that bitch sleep like,
Hey, Bobby was like, I don't have any more ribs to give and whatnot.
And the only reason she wanted the apple because she was a young, dumb bitch. She didn't know anything. Like, she didn't know shit. She just wanted the apple because she was young and dumb and just.
Oh, no, she knew. No, she knew. She knew what it says in there. She told the serpent that she knew she wasn't supposed to eat from it. If she ate from it, she surely die. But she knew it was pleasing to the eye. Yes, right. She knew.
Here's a thought experiment. Yeah, here's a thought experiment. It's interesting that if you use the story of the three women and Eve being the last one, she is the only one referenced as being made from Adam himself. And therefore, could she be a representative of his inner turmoil on whether or not to go eat that apple? Just a thought.
Yeah. That's all, so he did pull up at the motherfucking McDonald's and was like, I want these titties, I want this, I want this, I want her to look like this, I want her to smell like this. Yeah, she gotta be this tall. Yeah, this, weigh this, yeah, perfect, right there. That's what I want. And then that's what he got.
Hey, Zero. Black girl said no self-aggrandizing. Zero. Women know exactly what they was
Oh no,
doing.
I know they do. I was fucking around with
Yeah, I
it,
know it.
like her being like the youngest one and like
Yeah.
super dumb because she just got there. She was just like she just want what she wants. She don't really give a fuck. Like she didn't get the she got the lecture and was still like, but it's shiny. Like you know.
Right. And seeking my creator, Adam was he was alpha away from Eve.
Yep.
He just wasn't alpha with her. That's all.
He was alpha as fuck. If he sent 2 bitches away.
Right? Yeah. He
Yeah.
was
Think
alpha
about
until
it.
yeah.
He first nigga on Earth. First nigga to orgasm, and then he still sent the hoes away. Like the first one was trying to overtake him. Like
Well, the most high.
after
Well, no, hold on. The Most High sent the first one away. He sent Lilith away,
Oh, okay.
and Adam sent the
But
second one away.
he was still alpha until Eve. Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
He was alpha
I don't
just
know, man.
except for with her.
If God had to intervene on the first one, that nigga was losing the war.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, that's my point.
That bitch was pushing him down and sitting on him like, yeah I'm in charge.
No, and that's exactly how they describe it. Where whenever they engaged sexually, she always dominated him by being on top. And the Most High didn't take well to that, and he's the one who cast her out. And the second one, like I said, that was Adam because he was just disgusted by what he saw when she was made. So, but even the Most High knew, nah, this is some dangerous shit here. You got to go.
Right.
Yeah, Lilith was the gynocracy. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then the second one was feminism.
Yeah, exactly.
The bitches teamed up.
No, well, Lilith would be gynocracy, and the second one would be hypergamy. No. Eve would be hypergamy. Yeah. Second one was feminism.
Yeah,
and
Eve was hypergamy.
Eve was hypergamy.
But Eve is necessary. Hypergamy is necessary. Like they just the first two weaponized Eve. They was like, bitch, you ain't gotta put up with this. She's like, wait, he's like, bitch.
Yeah, and for the record, Zeno, that thing about several stories saying it was an apple, they only say apple because they really don't have any other name for it. If I remember correctly, they said it was more of a pomegranate type fruit than it was an apple. I'm sorry, I just saw him write that. I just wanted to answer him real quick.
Yeah, could be anything. Doesn't even matter. But yeah, the first two weaponized Eve because they need the pretty bitch to win. They can't win without the pretty ones.
Yeah,
They weaponized the pretty ones. So Eve was the pretty bitch. And they was like, girl, you ain't gotta put up with this shit. Look what they did to us. They gonna do it to you too. She's like, no, it's not. Yeah, they are. Girl, as soon as you get old and ugly, they gonna do it.
And what does that resemble? The classic situation of a woman who's married and everything's going well for her, but she want to listen to her single girlfriends who don't know shit.
Exactly. The fuck shit bitches.
And this is why I've never met an attractive woman who was a hardcore feminist. Never.
Damn,
well,
that paradigm been going on since the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Just like I don't believe in this is gonna be bad. One of the reasons why I don't believe in lesbians, and I don't believe in gay. Look, you don't like it. Have you tried it? No. Then okay, don't talk to me.
Well, okay, here's the thing. You'll get pushed back on that because, again, niggas are so.
Oh, I know. I get pushback all the time. I just think it's funny to do.
No, man. Women are just made that way. Come on, man. Stop.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've heard it. I just say it for the fun of it.
Women are not lesbians by nature. Stop that shit. They're not sexually curious by nature. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
That's just more like nigga fantasy. Ooh, 2 girls in the same bed. I can join.
Yeah, right. But I tell you, man, it's some real esoteric, man. This is some crazy shit.
I thought you was gonna go for it.
Huh? What happened?
I was gonna go for it. Everybody shut up because we thought you was gonna go for it.
Yeah, I did too.
Go for what?
You said this is real esoteric, and then we were waiting on you to say like what it
Yeah.
was.
No,
like,
I said this is some. I said this is. I said whether it's esoteric or real, this is some crazy shit. That's all I had to say.
oh, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Because
thought you was gonna continue.
I'm thinking about how
Continue,
this fucking.
man. I don't have to continue for shit. All you have to do is read it. It
I'm
don't
just
need my
thinking
help.
about how this fucking paradigm been going on since the beginning. The Ugly Bitch Brigade been here since the beginning. Since the fucking Garden of Eden, these bitches been interfering with life, and they've been weaponizing the pretty bitches since the beginning.
Yeah,
and
it ain't gonna ever stop.
And Pookie been here since the beginning. That nigga running around because he's salty. This nigga salty. He got daddy issues.
Pookie, that was Kane.
That's Kane. Yep, Kane.
It's Kane.
Mm-hmm.
No, Satan too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll say Satan, Pookie, and then Kane Ray in.
Well, I mean, really, I mean, being honest, Shaitan is the original boardroom Pookie.
Yeah.
Shaitan?
Satan, sorry.
Satan.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
He went into biblical nomenclature. He's like,
hey, look, I don't know him all like that.
No. Like I said, it's my fault. I've been into this, so it's in my head right now.
Yeah, ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
A boy got so many names. He got Lucifer, Satan, Shaitan,
Morning Star,
Beelzebub.
The bright and morning star. Give him
his Zebra. My bad. Fuck him. I ain't got to give him his whole title.
What's the other one? You got Beelzebub, and it's one that starts with an L.
Lucifer?
No.
already said that one.
It's another one where it's in like the torment where the torment goes into detail about angels and shit like before humans came, and I forgot his name in that book where because the angels made out of fire, humans was made out of earth, and the angels hated that shit. They're like we were made from the shit that makes life, and you made these people from fucking like they basically they called us dirty foot motherfuckers. You know, like people call it foreign shit dirty foot.
We're talking monkeys to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Evan said, "Are you trying to remember Leviathan? Is that it?"
No. Satan's name in the torment. I forgot his name in the torment, but it was not Lucifer. It wasn't Satan. It was completely different than the names we know right now. Even so, there's always different names.
I can't remember. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll look it up.
I know God sometimes reference him as the dragon, but that's after he threw him out.
Yeah. Satan. He had objections. He was like, why? Because God, I named him, because God named all of the people, and he was like, yo, I made all this cool shit, and he wanted his first set of children to recognize his accomplishment. And he was like, excuse me, remember the names of all of these things I created. And not only that, when time passed, he was like, damn, I did a good job. He was like, y'all gotta, put some respect on this shit. And that's when the angels took offense, because they was like, hold on, man. I guess one thing for us to, to see this shit, but then it's another, we won't even interact with these people. And then you on some shit where we got to bow down to these people. And he's like, cause they know, angels know that they were made from fire, and they were always, again, in the torment, angels were enforcers and shit. If some fuck shit happened, the only time you're gonna see an angel is if you're about to die, and that's either you die to natural causes and they come in to collect you to go to heaven, or they come in to kill your ass. That's the only time you see an angel, is when you finna be the fuck up out of here, because angels roll. They're basically hitmen. They're the fucking enforcers, man. If you really want to think about it, guardian angel, you don't see them. They just do shit. Now you do have rogue angels that act on their own, where they was fucking humans and shit. But a lot of times the humans didn't even know that they were fucking with angels. They just the angels would do their thing, but the humans didn't know they were with the angel. Maybe some did, maybe some didn't. That's why they have all those romantic stories about how a human was with an angel, and the human woman knew that it was an angel, but No, they most. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they did, but for the most part, I think the angels just basically hid what they were, and then just fucking hoes. But
Here was here's all the ones with L that I could find. Leviathan, Liar, Lawless One, and Little Horn.
Lord, no.
And that's Little Horn is in Daniel chapter 8, verses 9 to 11. Liar is in John 8:44. Leviathan is in Isaiah 27:1. Lawless One is 2 Thessalonians 2, verses 8 through 10. That's all I got.
Okay.
At least for the letter L. Excuse me. That's all I got.
No, it's in the Torah. It might even start with an L, but it's in the Torah or the Torah, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But anyway, all those angels was like, bro, I am made of the best shit. You we're made from the thing that creates life, and then you made these people out of earth or dirt, and we're supposed to bow down to them. And then Satan was the one who took the most offense to it, because apparently God was like, look, this is why. And then all the other angels was like, oh, okay, we get it. And Satan was like, fuck that shit. We're not doing it.
Was it Azrael in the Torah?
He was the hard-headed one because isn't Satan the oldest? Or is it Michael? One of them.
No, I think Michael's the oldest. I think Lucifer's the youngest.
Michael's the one with the most wisdom. He's the fucking, like, if you had a scale, that would be Michael. He's the one who he basically, like, he not finna go against God. You're like, fuck that shit. You're like you on your own on that one. And,
right.
And Gabriel was more like fucking. You ever had like that friend that's ready to do some shit? Like, all you gotta do is go handle that. He go ahead like that. That's Gabriel. Gabriel will handle your shit.
Well, yeah, that's why he's the angel of vengeance.
Yeah. If God has a problem, and he be like, all you gotta do is look at Gabriel. I got it. And then Gabriel come back, and he ain't even gotta ask if it's done. He just come back.
Yeah,
so that's Gabriel. But Satan was like, fuck that shit. Like, he just couldn't wrap his head around why they had to, take second place to these things. He's like, fuck these people. Like, you're not better than me.
Well, I thought the scripture said, like, Lucifer was the most beautiful out of all the angels, so he was into himself way more than than the other angels.
His head got blown up big time.
He's spoiled as a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's spoiled. That's why I'm telling you, that's the baby syndrome. Until humans came along, he's like, what?
Because you have to remember, he was the most beautiful, at the time the most powerful, and the one that was in charge. Michael wasn't in charge.
Right.
Lucifer was the one in charge, and then once he rose up and decided he was going to take the throne, that's when Michael got elevated.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But that's the cool thing about Michael. He wasn't like a power seeking motherfucker anyway.
He wasn't jealous either.
Yeah, he wasn't jealous. He was just all around cool. He was just cool. Michael was more like, I'm going to like, he knew better. That's why he had like that balance. That's why when Michael finally did, he was like the fair dude. He was the one that, like, if something needed to be done, don't get me wrong, he wasn't a pussy. He wasn't a pushover, but he was more just like, if shit's all good, then it's all good. I'm not gonna make waves for the sake of making waves. I mean,
right.
If I gotta do something, I'll do it. But for the most part, just calm the fuck down. Gabriel was more like, can I go fuck somebody up?
I'm ready to.
Well, Gabriel fulfilled two purposes. One was vengeance, and the other one was messenger.
Right.
And because if you look at whenever there was an angel to appear to give warnings, he's always there.
Yeah, like when
he's always there. So he's like, nigga, I come to fuck some shit up, get it straight. And if you don't, then he's gonna fuck some shit up. It's just that simple.
And Gabriel liked doing that shit. It was more like, he come down and be like, yeah, man, I see you keep beating the shit out of your donkey, and I get it, man. You want the donkey to cross the bridge, being lazy and shit, but maybe you should feed him a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Because if I gotta come back down here,
you don't want to see me again.
slightly threaten you a little bit. You know, it's just, you know, I'm a busy person, right? Like, if I gotta come back down here, I'm gonna need to bring something back.
But wait,
like a head or something like that.
What you got to do is you got to do it like it's a long time ago. That movie Prophecy. You got to do it in the Christopher Walken voice.
Oh, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do that one.
That's the next voice you got to work on.
Because remember when the guy asked him, because Christopher Walken's playing Gabriel, and he's complaining about talking monkeys and why we got to bow down to you, and the cop had asked him, well, how come you just didn't ask God about it? And then he turned around, he said, because he no longer talks to me. I was like, oh, that's some shit.
Damn.
That's some shit. And Zeno, as far as it goes for personifying Lucifer, human emotions are kind of simple, but that's what he is. He's an emotional creature. Right. In every aspect that he's ever been shown, or not even shown, but in every aspect of all that he's done, it's purely emotional. His ultimate goal is because of jealousy and hatred to the person he's jealous of. That's all human emotion, dude.
Yeah, if you read the Torment, angels aren't that much different than people. They're just made, like, their creation was different than us. Angels were created different than us. They were created from fire. That's the only real difference between angels and humans. But other than that, we're pretty much on the same as far as like emotions and seeing things in the world. Just angels are more like fucking universal. They can do shit we can't. Let's just put it that way.
But they're all,
you think about it,
right? But they're all emotional at the end of the day.
Well, if you think about it, God himself said when he was creating Adam, he said, let us make man in our own image and in our own likeness. So emotions existed even before Adam was born.
Yeah, right. They just were in better control of theirs, except Lucifer wasn't.
I mean,
when the new baby got brought home, that motherfucker went out of here.
Even the Most High himself is like that. I mean, just right out the gate, one of his first commandments, you ain't going. I'm a jealous God. You will have no other before me. He told you that point blank.
Right. And if angels were static, we wouldn't even have the different personalities. They wouldn't even have names. Why would they even be? Why would they need to be named? There'd be no need. Like, and they all got their own personalities, their own quirks, their own shit that they're dealing with. I mean, like Michael. I mean, he was so fucking even-handed. He had to watch people get promoted over him for most of his life. Like, and he didn't have a problem with it. It was just more like he just waiting his turn. And then you had Gabriel, who was more like fucking super soldier. He didn't really give a fuck what was going on with anybody so long as he got to please God. He was just like on some, did I do a good job,
kill this
Dad?
motherfucker?
Yeah, he was like, but more like, did I do a good job, Dad? I mean, he wasn't like bloodthirsty. Yeah, bloodthirsty motherfucker. He was more like, did I do a good job, Dad? He was like that. Like,
he was along the lines of, what I'm saying, look, man, I don't care about titles and positions and stuff like that, man. I just tell me what to do, man. I got it. That's all I need. Just give me the job and let me do what I got to do.
Right, but when he had to come down and do some shit, he went into Pookie mode. Like, he come down and be like, look, man, y'all keep having to like have me come down here to say, like, come on, bro. Like, he come down like, bro, y'all need to figure this shit out. Because if I gotta come back down here, I'm leaving with some heads.
Well, you gotta understand, but you gotta understand his position though, and why he feels that way. First of all, it's his job. We know that. But here's the thing. Okay, how many times I gotta? Okay, I kicked the first of y'all motherfuckers out the garden.
Right.
The second time, I flooded the whole fucking planet. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, then I had to do Sodom and Gomorrah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all niggas keep making me come down. Y'all keep making him send me down here. What the fuck are you not learning?
Right.
I mean, think about it from his perspective, because that's how I would take it.
Bro, if I ever saw Gabriel, I would be trying to search my brain and figure out what the fuck I did.
Yep.
Because there's only two things gonna happen. Either he coming to warn me about something, and I don't even want the fucking warning. I don't even want this nigga to be a messenger to me. I don't want none of that. Like if that motherfucker came down, he gonna threaten you. You can be like, look, bro.
There's only two times he came where he did not make a threat. One was with Daniel in the fire and saving him from the fire or the lions or whichever ones it was. The other time was to announce to Mary that Jesus was coming. Those are the only two times he did not come violent. Every other time he came after that was to put some shit down.
Yep.
Hey, well, like Black Girl said, they don't learn. Oh well.
You see what Blaze said after that?
I'm coming back with a flaming sword.
Yeah. But if you look at all those times, because he's always there somehow, somewhere in the mix. But those are the only 2 times that it was a peaceful thing. It was just a basic conversation. This is what's going down, and then he bounced. Everything else, pure destruction. Pure destruction.
Yeah, so he gets sent, some shit gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah. I'd rather see anybody else but him, to be honest with you. Because the only other person outside of that, at least in Jewish lore, would be Metatron. Who fought with either Jacob. Yeah, he fought with Jacob, wasn't it? Jacob's ladder, if I remember the story right.
Jacob.
I think it was Jacob.
I know in Jewish lore that may be so, but I know in the Bible it said it was God in disguise, but maybe it was one of.
Right. Yeah. It did. Yeah. That's the same story. It's the same story. But yeah, Metatron. I believe, if I'm correct, that's the only time one of us have ever wrestled with an angel. Literally, it was a straight up toe-to-toe fight. So that was Metatron, and rumor has it that it's either Metatron, an individual angel, or it's the Most High himself pretending to be an angel, or it's another name for Gabriel.
Okay.
Depends on what text you read.
I know somewhere in the Old Testament it said Satan wrestled with one of the angels over the bones of Moses.
Yes, and yeah. Because I think Satan tried to take it.
Yeah, Satan wanted the bones of Moses because he smote the rock before the Israelites went over Jordan, and he had to fight one of the angels over the bones that he lost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Man.
Yeah, because you remember why Moses wasn't allowed to go into the promised land, right?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember.
He smoked the rock, and he smoked the rock because he was angry.
Yeah,
he was angry at the Israelites.
Yeah, because they were big. And see, and here's the funny thing.
That golden calf.
Exactly. Now, see, when you read, again, it comes back to what text you're reading. But if you remember, it wasn't just about Moses. It was about his brother and sister, Aaron and Miriam. Because if you remember, Moses had told the Most High that he couldn't be the person because he's stuttering, speech impediment, and all that good stuff. And that's why every time you see a story with him doing battle, Aaron is right there, because Aaron is the one who's doing the talking to the Pharaoh and everybody else. But Miriam played a part as well, because his anger at having to hit the rock for water, up until then, whenever they needed water, Miriam was blessed to be the one that brought the water. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then she passed away. And when she passed away, there was nobody left to do it. And that's where the argument with him came in about wanting water, etc., and so on, blah, blah, blah. And he struck it out of anger. Here, I have brought you water. And his mistake wasn't that he brought him water. The mistake was him saying that I did it.
Yeah.
That was the malfunction.
Yeah, it's Candace Lupus put. And he said that the water was his doing as opposed to God's doing, right?
Exactly.
Evan Duncan, Moses turned it to Pastor David Manning. Hey, man, I know them, boy, them Israelites, boy, they make you cuss the hell out of them, boy.
Yo, look, like Sigma said earlier, man, we're a stiff-necked fucking people.
To me, though, I know some people would not find it funny, but to me, I always laugh when I read that passage over there in Exodus, when Aaron's sons, they wasn't supposed to go into the temple with certain incense and all, and God smoked them on the spot, and he turned to Aaron and said, I better not see one tear over your sons. I was laughing every time I hear that story.
You better not cry. better not. I don't even want you sniffling or nothing.
Yep.
Oh man.
But yo, man, I tell you, man, it's good stuff, man. I could spend all night talking on this, man.
Yeah.
I really could. I mean, this and you know, and let me take that a step further. Not only can I spend all night talking about it, I can spend all night talking about it with the people in the chat and who's on the panel. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
you just can't have conversations like this with everybody.
No, you can't. Not at all.
Because you know the emotions and you know the same stuff we always talk about start coming out.
Yeah.
Better not cry or I'll give you a reason to cry. You stupid.
Yeah, Zero done had plenty of them trolls before.
Yeah.
He's had plenty of them people trolling before. But yeah.
Yeah.
And to the point Zero's made before, yeah. I mean, you really can't have these conversations outside of here. I think I've only been able to have it with maybe one person, one, maybe two, and that's about it. Other than that, it's like, yeah, no, it's no point in even trying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I can already tell you're about to put your emotions in any discussion, I can't even broach these type of topics without somebody's like, well, that's not how the Bible goes. That's not how it's interpreted. It's like, okay.
And have no idea about they can't these people, you know, they have no understanding of what they're actually reading, and then have no willingness to even to apply any of what they can understand and use to their everyday lives.
Well, I mean, you see, for me, the thing is even if you don't apply it, that's a personal choice. I can get with that. What I can't get with is when you sit there and you're not willing to at least try to come into an understanding of what the meaning of it is. Does that make sense?
I wrote it all in the same thing.
Yeah. It's like you wake up in the morning, you read the text, and then it's like that's it. It takes introspection, not just of the word, but of yourself. And you'll come to find that, like anything else in life, the older you get, the more your perception changes on original thought processes and concepts. Like right now, what we all think now would be radically different 10 years from now. Just because we've gotten older, we've gotten more experiences, we're thinking differently. So yeah, to just close yourself and lock in one spot, and then be emotional about it. Nah, that's too much. At least for me, that's too much for me.
No, I got you.
Is Zero still here?
I don't know if he's doing.
I'm working with my kid a little bit with his.
I figured I was about to say.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say I figured he was doing it.
Mm-hmm. But as far as it goes for the Kings, I think that all the characters, for lack of a better term, that we've discussed, that none of the people out here nowadays calling themselves that fit the mold in any capacity.
Lars, I'm glad you say that, because kind of, go back to the topic of the stream and everything. So this what kind of gets me with a lot of these hardcore niggas, you could say, online. What I find interesting is, okay, you go hard in the paint against other black folks, and especially if we're talking about subjects that they don't agree with, they just go out of their way, want to bicker and argue and try to prove you wrong. But then when you have other race of people who do far worse, and what I mean by far worse, they have channels here on YouTube where they talk down on black folks, have no problems talking about, black folks do this, black folks do that and everything. But yet, when it comes time to deal with those individuals, these niggas are they just fall on their backs and expose their belly because they don't know what to do with themselves.
Well, you got to understand, everything you're saying has been said. I remember it going as far back as 1984. Shahrazad Ali, when after she put out the Black Man's guide to understanding the black woman, and then she did one in reverse for the woman to the men, and she was doing a national tour. And everything you just said is what she said in every place she's ever been. It fascinates her, the ability of black people, and I agree, the ability of black people to come down so hard on each other and try to play like they the biggest, baddest motherfuckers in existence. And yet, everybody who's actually done something to you, you don't do shit to. Like you said, lay on your back and expose your belly to be rubbed.
Yeah.
I mean, and that and it sounds harsh, but that is truth. That is absolute truth. You know, and like I said, I've been hearing that from her and others, but you know, she just popped in my head because I was looking at something with her recently, yesterday or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pop up too.
yeah, and she's doing interviews again. So what I was watching yesterday was something from like a week or two ago. But yeah, she's calling it out, man, and she's doing just like she's doing now what she did then. Man, she's putting it hard on the women, boy. She beating them down. She beating them down. I mean, we're all fat. Nobody can cook. I mean, she's
Damn.
yo, for real. And she did that on a female's channel.
Woo.
Yeah. So I didn't see the comments or anything, so I can only imagine what was being said.
Right.
But
Yeah.
but there was a lot of sisters who were in agreement with her. But that don't mean anything to us nowadays because you can be in agreement to it. I don't care what you say; it's what you do.
Yeah, they ain't gonna apply it.
You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, you can sit up there and say you agree all you want to, but are you living it? You feel me? So
Right.
it don't mean shit to me.
Right.
But I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say before I get to Yuri, I was gonna say, seeking my creator, where is fast in his life? Well, I will say it for him. The Bible.
Hey, what's up? Oh, what's up, Yuri? I'm sorry, man. I didn't see you pop in.
I'm just here for the conversation, guys.
Oh man.
Y'all didn't think I'd bust in like that, did you? But yeah. Man.
I did.
Yeah, man. Just popping in here to say what up, to be honest, man. You know, just that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no problem, Yuri. No problem.
Oh, you good? You good? I mean, I'm pretty sure I speak for everybody else. Always welcome, man.
Oh yeah,
man,
all the time.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
That's all. Really looking forward to everything that we're all trying to do, man. That's really it. You know, 100%. Like we had a nice little conversation with in Agon's stream. Shout out to Morning Blue and everybody that was in there. Just try to make this space as good as we can. You know, out here on this side.
Yeah,
most definitely. Like I said, it's only a few that I'm sub to anyway, so I ain't going there. I ain't going to everybody's stuff, man. I did some unsubscribing a while back. Yeah, I'm done.
I did too. I did too. It's like I said before, man. I can count everybody on one hand, and I can still hold a cigar while doing it. So,
but damn.
I couldn't do it, man. And like I said, in like you and I talked earlier offline, Eisen, that conversation.
Oh
on MOTs with Game Changer, and what he said happened on some stream a while back.
Bro. Actually, I wanted to comment on that because
you were there when that happened.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I couldn't remember who was there. Okay, cool. You saw how quiet I got, right?
Yeah, bro. Look. I'm gonna tell you something, and I said this before. The amount of fuckery in this space should never surprise you, bro.
Yeah, that's what Eisen told me earlier.
I said that. I've been telling you that a couple times now. So
yeah, you have.
It is what it is, and shout out to MOT. I got into I talked to MOT on Eisen's a couple days after he went back on Art's channel, and like, you know, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, we don't gotta go everywhere because they really ain't gonna treat us the way we supposed to treat us. So
True. That's true.
and I said that privately, like with all you guys too, because technically we gotta protect everybody from like the fuck shit because we know it's gonna be there. So the only thing we can do is basically try and insulate ourselves from even entering that shit. But because if you think about it, with everything that MOT has accomplished in his life, just like we all have,
Mm-hmm.
we like we shouldn't have to edit ourselves or do anything stupid like that just to fit in. It just doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, it doesn't work and it's not supposed to work because that's not the true way things are supposed to happen. So,
100%. So
did Eisen, Young Swift had asked you a question. You wanted to
Yeah, I was
answer it?
putting in the chat. So, well, okay, I'll just say it now. Yeah, Young Swift. Basically, to become ruthless enough, you just got to have zero give a fucks left.
Yeah, and if you don't know how to do that, if you don't know how to do that, I would start with stoicism.
yeah, 100%.
That's me personally. Not to use that phrase again, but yeah, if you have no idea on how to start it, then go pick up some books from Marcus Aurelius and study stoicism.
Yeah,
And Marcus Aurelius will lead you to his teacher, and that teacher will lead you to the guy who started stoicism. You have to forgive me, I can't remember their names off the top of my head right now, but Marcus Aurelius, man, pick up his writings, man, and read them, study them,
Right.
and practice. And people think it's hard, but it's not as hard as you think it is. As a matter of fact,
Oh,
it's easier nowadays just because of what you see surrounding you.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I have some relatives right now I haven't talked to in years, and I have no plans of ever reaching back out to them. In fact, Isaac, you're gonna love this.
Uh-oh.
My mom one time asked me, "It's like, why haven't you talked to such and such relative?" And I told her, "It's like in the vein of Samuel, those people will not see me again or hear from me until we on the other side."
Yep,
There you go.
fair enough. Evan Duncan, Aristotle, his he how can I put this? Okay, where Marcus Aurelius is concerned, Marcus Aurelius is concerned with you as an individual and following a life and path of stoicism that could bleed out into other surroundings, other people, but it's predominantly about you. Aristotle has a tendency to be more concerned about your place in society and a community, which apparently we no longer give a fuck about. So that's why I wouldn't suggest Aristotle. I know Zero reads all that too. So if he disagrees with me, throw that out there real quick for me, bro. But I think that's how I see the difference.
Mm.
And yes, on specialists, Aristotle wasn't a Stoic per se. He wasn't, but he was very well disciplined. I give him that. But like I said, he spends more time focusing on you as an individual and how you relate to your surroundings. Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism is more about your internal self and maintaining.
I get you.
Like I said, unless
Aristotle was about is about you how you interact with everything externally.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. Because then that's why I have a problem with Aristotle because your external environment can change at any given moment. Then what?
Right.
But
Gotcha.
if you do Stoicism and it's an internal thing, your external surroundings, no matter what changes, you will always be centered. You will always be consistent
Gotcha. Makes sense.
because you define on yourself. You rely and define yourself by yourself, not the extension of your surrounding.
Gotcha.
And like I said, if anybody has a challenge to that, I'm more than willing to hear it.
No, you're all good.
That's how. But did I say that about? Does that sound about right?
I lost like shit. I just because I was with my kid and then I came back.
Oh well, no,
Oh,
we were talking about Stoicism, and somebody had asked what about Aristotle, and I was just saying what my take on Aristotle in my head versus Marcus Aurelius. Because, like I said, Marcus Aurelius is Stoicism. It's more an internal thing to control yourself, and no matter what your surroundings are, you will still be centered. Aristotle, to me, tends to rely more on how you maintain yourself with your external environment.
Yeah, specialist. Yeah, more about self-discipline and being a productive member of the society. Yeah, the extrinsic motivation aspects of his work fall short, especially in a modern context.
Yes, that last sentence especially. Yes, that like yeah, because in a modern context, trying to do what Aristotle does is going to be very, very difficult.
Yeah.
But Stoicism, and that's what I was trying to say, regardless of your environment, Stoicism will always stand firm if you're applying it and doing it properly. Because with Aristotle's, okay, so you grew up in Greece. What happens, and that's your environment. What happens if you're taken out of Greece and you're thrown in America?
Yeah, yeah.
Your
And
environment's changed. Now you find yourself having to readjust. Maybe not a lot, but you're going to have to readjust to some degree. Stoicism allows you to exist as that no matter where you land. You feel me? So,
got you. And as the specialists point out, the self-discipline piece is solid though.
yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. I give Aristotle respect for that. He is very self-disciplined.
Yeah.
He is very self-disciplined. I got to give him that. Sigma, were you trying to say something before?
Come right back, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Were you trying to say something before, Sigma?
No. You guys are good.
Oh, okay. What about you, Zero?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Well, we've been
I'm
going at
sorry.
this for a
I'm
little over
sorry.
2 hours and almost
Yeah.
2 hours and 20 minutes. It's been long. I got some shit that I do have to do. I'm gonna go ahead and close this down. And yes, Black Curls. Yeah, I did test as an INTJ. I did take that test. But anyways, I want to thank everyone for coming out. Thank all to my. I want to say thank you to a new subs and everything, and man, thanks to the panel for coming up and having this great discussion. I guess start off, Yuri. You got any last comments, brother?
Nah, bro, just the fight continues. To be honest,
Yeah.
it's really a fight of being as productive as you can in an unproductive world. To be honest.
Gotcha. Yeah. Zero.
I'm all good, man.
All right. Sigma Jones, Mr. Don't Be a Nigga himself.
I'm pretty much just gonna say if you have to choose between the king or the horse, unless you have that killer instinct, you're just a remain a horse, aka a nigga. With that, I'm done.
Lawrence Ninja Scroll himself.
Well, for all you useless niggas out there, you ain't nothing but horses to me, and eventually I'll have you back in my stable, so I ain't worried about it. I'll pick up where I left off last week in honor of Dr. McCoy when I say, don't be a nigga king.
Uh-huh.
And hashtag men first.
Got you.
And thank you for having me.
Well, I'm on I want to end things in a funny way here. I just, man, this damn rant is so damn good. We gonna end it with a little bit of fun fuckery. Here we go.
Fuck him shit. Can you hear me? Yeah, we hear you. We got it. Look, shout out to Obsidian and shout out to the Angry Man. This is one-on-one with the Angry Man. I hope you speak on how he was, back in the day, how he built the manosphere. I love to hear that his side of the story. That's never told. Oftentimes he's written off the pages of that. That's fucked up. But anyhow, look, I want to speak on this about a little young player. I see a little young player, Ramil, up in here. I ain't got no problem with the pump and dump thing. I see where he coming, and I feel him. He in Atlanta. Them hoes is going. You niggas be leaving that shit out. Them hoes is going out there. Them hoes is fucking all over the place. And niggas is getting at them. And niggas is getting at them. And you niggas start fucking me up with that weak shit, telling niggas not to fuck on the bitch. Nigga, I'm gonna fuck this bitch. That's what I'm gonna do, nigga. I'm getting tired of you trying to check my motherfucking game, nigga. I'm in this. I'm in this shit to win this shit. And I'm sick of you weak ass, over the hill, dusty ass niggas. You wanna go smoke cigars with some old white boy in the exclusive Moose Club, nigga? Fuck you. I'm out here with these bitches, nigga. I'ma hold it on. I'm gonna get it in. I'm gonna get it in. And you nigga gotta be out there. It's about having a motherfucking game. It's about being a motherfucking player out here. It's about being a real nigga. You niggas don't understand what it is to be a real motherfucking nigga. You don't know how to talk it up. You don't know how to get it in. You niggas weak in this shit. I'm sick of you niggas. Them hoes over there fucking with Kevin. Them bitches looking to get married. Them some married-minded bitches. I ain't trying to fuck on no hoe like that. Go over there and fuck with Kevin. Let me fuck with the rest. I'm gonna do my best, nigga. Fuck y'all niggas. And you gotta put this out because you niggas don't put the whole side of the black man out here. You put one side out here. And I'm tired of that shit.
That's why I say what I said. Don't be a nigga.
Man, I had to. Man, that was one of the best blow-ups ever.
Oh man. Oh man.
Hey, that was the way I had to end it, you know. I'm gonna get it in. Hey, it is what it is.
Oh man. Oh man.
So I'm gonna end it with, hey, I'm in it to win it. I'm gonna do my best. We out.